Hello everyone, I'm History with Matt, and today we're going to be delving into what is Joe Biden's actual path to 270. But before we get into that, I would like to thank you all for viewing my last video. It has done the best. Uh, if you enjoy these type of videos, consider subscribing because I have plenty more videos planned in the future. But with all out of the way, let's get into it. Now, a lot has been made of Donald Trump, and he's favoured in the polls. A lot of analysts say he is now the favourite to win. But what about Joe Biden? I want to take a step back to 2020. Joe Biden won 2020 with 306 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 232. He did that by flipping 5 states: Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona. I have up on this map the same, I think, 6 states. We have 3 Sun Belt states and 3 Rust Belt states. And seeing what does Joe Biden need? What type of math? What kind of states does he need to get to that 270? Um, we're going to look into some of the margins. We're going to look at the state that I think at this moment in time he is most likely to win of these three, and that's Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, obviously, Joe Biden has a lot of love in Pennsylvania. A lot of love has been shown him. Again, he grew up in Scranton Joe, that whole persona. And as you can see in some of these margins that we're seeing here, and some of the trends, we'll go out here and we'll see some of the trends. Um, we'll see some of the trends. So you see some of the shifts. If you go into actually Pennsylvania, look at northeastern Pennsylvania, Pike County, Wayne County. Like some of these states were still won by Donald Trump, but they're 9 points more Democratic. Bucks moving, Mercer, Huntington, Chester County, all these are moving. And that significantly alters um, the state. Even some of these really, really Republican states, 2 points more Democratic. That all adds up, and that is the area that's at the state that Joe Biden needs to maintain his strength in. If we go into it again, Chester, Montgomery, Bucks, Northampton, Monroe, Lackawanna. Those are the areas of the state that he needs to be doing well. Carbon County, where's Carbon County? If he keeps these margins in eastern Pennsylvania, he does all right. Erie County, it's the bellwether at Northampton, in my opinion. Center County, Pittsburgh. This is the city I think he's most likely to win. So we're going to put that into his column. And that's the most valuable prize on for offer, is the state of Pennsylvania. We'll talk then about the state of... Yeah, we're just going to be using different types of metrics here and different types of maps. We'll be talking about the state of Michigan. Michigan, a state that Joe Biden very much favoured Joe Biden due to his bailing out of the auto workers in 2010. As you can see, Wayne County, Macomb, even though some of these states were won by Donald Trump, they were still shifting to Joe Biden. Livingston, Saginaw, again, the bellwether, in my opinion, in this. However, the most important county, in my opinion, that led Joe Biden's success is Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids was historically a Republican county. Trump won by 3. Romney won by 7. Obama, even in his landslide victory in 2008, only narrowly won it. Bush won it by 18 in 2004. Even when Bush won by 21 in 2000. Even when Republicans haven't won this state or haven't even been close in this state, this county has always voted way more Republican than the state as a whole. This is a lot of ancestral Republicans. Gerald Ford's from here. Those types of Republicans. The 10th district in Michigan was represented by Justin Amash, Pierre Meyer, and then flipped to the Democrats. This is where Joe Biden needs to do well. He needs to do well. Keep on the margins in Oakland, Wayne, Janice, he needs just to run up the margins here. And if he does well in Kent, I think this is Michigan. Uh, Michigan goes that way. So we're going to be putting that in Joe Biden's column. We're going to talk about Wisconsin. Wisconsin, I think, of these three Rust Belt states, is the least likely to go for him. He didn't really do that well in here considering. However, his silver lining is the fact that he improved on his margins in the wild counties. The wild counties, if we look back to 2012, even whenever the state is voting way, way, way into the Democratic column, still voting by Republicans by over 20 points. This was a reason by Scott Walker did really well. This was a reason um, um, Romney was fairly close in the state. This is the bedrock of any Republican coalition into winning Wisconsin. But Joe Biden's eating into the margins in Ozaukee. He's eating into the margins of Waukesha. Washington's not moving that much. But look at that there. It's flippant. That's because of the Democrats' ability to appeal to college-educated voters. Madison. It's going to continue. It's probably might even vote 80% for Joe Biden. Milwaukee. Probably might hit 70%. But at this moment in time, I think this is the least likely state to vote for Joe Biden. But the thing is about Joe Biden is he only needs these three states. He can lose Georgia. He can lose Arizona. He can lose Nevada even. It does not matter. If he maintains these three Rust Belt states, which I think he is geographically, he is the strongest in, he wins this election. If he campaigns with Gretchen Whitmer, if he campaigns with Debbie Stabenow, Elisa Slotkin, Hill Harper, um, uh, Dan Kildee, these types of congressional people, these type of people, he can win these states. Gretchen Whitmer, vice chair of the DNC, she won the state to not flip red. Wisconsin, Tony Evers, Tammy Baldwin, um, these types of people, he wins. Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, Bob Casey, these types of popular figures that um, can win in Republican areas. He does not need Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. These states do not equal a win. These three states do. However, we're going to be also talking about these Sunbelt states because I think they are important to talk about. Now, Georgia. Biden narrowly won that due to the fact that these suburban counties, Newton, Cobb, Gwinnett, Douglas, if we even look at 2008, 2004, these were voting by Rochdale. Were voting for Republicans by over 20 points. 2020, they're voting for Biden by 40. Why is that? Demographic change. These have went from being 75% white to now 50% black. The rate of black immigration into Georgia from other states has affected this. Atlanta has now become like a center of black culture, and this is it's evident by looking at the map comparing it to 2004, even 2012 to 2020. You can see it with your own eyes. However, that comes with a cost. Joe Biden has been underperforming black voters. That's just a reality. He will still get 90 up, but he is underperforming with them. And if he does not turn them out, he does not win. It is solely dependent on black turnout, Georgia. I have Donald Trump winning this state. Arizona. Arizona, of these states, I think Joe Biden, of the states that in the Sun Belt that he flipped, has the biggest chance of keeping. Maricopa County, I still think will get bluer. the comparing it from 2016, 2 points. Romney, 10 points. McCain, I know this was McCain's home state, but McCain, 10 points. Bush, 14 points. Bush 2000, probably 10 points. Comparing the state, Maricopa County is where Phoenix, Arizona is. It's the main population center. Where it goes, the state goes. And as we see from our shift from 2016, shifted 5 points. And that, in and of itself, flipped the state. Joe Biden can win Arizona. Nevada. Nevada is a state that Democrats, I think, have right to be worried in. 2012, 2016, it looks the same. 2012, 2008, 2004. The reason Bush won these states is because he won Washoe, which is where Reno is, and he kept the margins down in Clark. That's just the math. That's just plain and simple the math in Nevada. Now, what we have seen is Clark is moving slowly to the right, and Reno is moving to the left. Clark's the main population center here. It even is like 5 times the size of, or 3 or 4 times the size of Washoe County. However, I say 3 times, it's moving 1 point to the right. Washoe is moving 3 points to the left. That offsets all the gains that Republicans are making in Nevada. They have to, if Trump wants to win the state, he has to run up the margins in Carson County. He has to run up the margins in these light red counties, pinky in this light red counties, and these dark red counties. He has to make them blood red in order to compete. Stop the bleeding in Washoe. Keep the trends going in Las Vegas. But the moment Washoe is offsetting any sort of rightward movement that is happening in Nevada, now, all Biden needs is one of these states. He only needs that. He only needs those 4. But as I say, Joe Biden can win with just Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. As can Trump. If I put all these states for Biden and flip all these states for Trump, as you can see, these 3 states decide the election. These 3 states are bonuses. But even if Trump wins all these states in the Sun Belt, Biden wins the election with just that slate. And that is his path for victory. His path for victory stemmed through those 3 former Blues Wall states. Is it possible? Absolutely. But if I was in the Biden campaign, Gretchen Whitmer, Bob Casey, Josh Shapiro, Tony Evers, Tammy Baldwin, I would be working night and day around the clock. If you have stuck to the end and enjoyed this video, I've been History of Matt. I do a lot of these type of commentary videos. I'm really enjoying them so far. If you did watch to the end, please consider liking and subscribing. But I think that's all I have. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.